Your numbers, Kaya, and she put me on to this dope bookstore that's in the city called the Mayflower. Now, man, I'm gonna tell you, he got every single book up in there, so I'm not even gonna be thirsty. I'm gonna read through these books and I'm gonna go like once a week because, man, he just opened me up. So the reason that I'm doing this live is because it's called opening up to our primordial nature. It didn't say waking up to Kyrie's primordial nature. It didn't say waking up to my primordial nature. It is opening to our primordial nature. So Spirit said, begin to share. And I said, cool. It's only 6 pages. And I'm like putting the finishing touches on my new book. But in the meantime, in the between time, I just said, stop. And read this. The first chapter is called Taming the Mind. So you can take notes. You can relax. You can begin to just open up your mind and relax a little bit, because you know how Black people get. We think a lot and we just go through mazes and phases and lack understanding of self. So I just want to allow you the time and space to open yourself up to self. Open yourself up to your soul, right? Really take the time out in the day to not worry about the bills, the kids, the house, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the ups, the downs, the corruption. Just be centered and really center into your soul. Today we're going to be talking about Taming the Mind, and I'm going to be reading. The book that I'm reading from is going to be pinned in the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube, it will be located in the description. If you want to locate it through my link tree, we're starting a whole new 2024 book list. Go ahead and add that to your repertoire. And so when I go to my man's shop, he got out of print books. You may get it on Amazon. In this world, man, it's millions of books, right? It's millions of books. And it's only our ignorance and our arrogance that makes us not sit down and receive knowledge, right? We get so in tune to the entertainment and the social media, but very rarely do we just sit and receive and absorb knowledge. So here we go. Taming the Mind. Dharma is a Sanskrit word with 10 different meanings. In the context of the Buddhist teaching, Dharma is what removes ignorance and reveals wisdom. By practicing the Dharma, we can bring out our innate wisdom and develop harmonious relationships with everyone. This is very true. Sometimes in my life, I was very fearful of strangers, very fearful to put myself out there because, I really didn't love myself, right? I really didn't treat myself good. I really didn't respect and honor myself as a spiritual being. I thought bad of myself. So that blocked out my innate wisdom. And the reflection is that I had bad relationships with people, strangers, like people that I knew, people that I didn't know, right? And so for me, now I'm in a space where I really do love Kyrie. I love the moments that I get to spend with self. And because of that, I feel very magnetic in real life, and I'm not afraid to deal with strangers. I really trust my purpose and my walk in this life that, really the people that my soul brings in front of me are meant for the betterment of my life. I don't fear nothing because I know that my soul is in control. And that is a trust and love with self. And it is the innate wisdom, the innate knowing. So you can't really know and fear at the same time, right? You can't really know and be in a state of psychosis when you know it is a harmonious and deep love with yourself and everyone else. I'm going to continue reading. Peace, and thank you all for joining me. Today we're going to be referencing opening it up to your primordial nature. In a sea of thousands of books today, this book stood out, and I grabbed it and I bought it. And then the more that I read the title, the more that I realized that I needed to go live, because we're not opening up to my primordial nature. We're opening up to our primordial nature. So, like all sentient beings in this world, we have problems and fears. If we try to find the cause of our unhappiness, we may think that there are various things and people in the world that cause our suffering, but this is not so. The external factor that brings sorrow at one time can bring joy at another time. We have to look inward to find the source of our problems. Everything we experience, whether pleasant or unpleasant, is the result of causes and conditions related to our state of mind. The mind produces all experiences and perceptions. When we tame the mind so that it rests calmly and clearly, then all our experiences are open and relaxed. So you might be with, a very attractive woman or a very attractive man. And if they don't have a relationship with their soul, what you'll notice is that they're very mean, or they're very disappointing in a way. They hurt your feelings in a way. The reason why this is because when the mind is not pleasant, the person can't be pleasant. It's very important to have that relaxed, calm, easygoing type of energy in this world, because you are a spiritual being. The anxiety and fear is related to the karma or related to the humanistic way of being. But the spiritual way of being is like being on a path or being on a train. And when you're on a train, it's like you're not worried about the left turn or the right turn, or if the bills is paid on the train, if there's enough coal. You're just simply in motion. And that's kind of how life is, if you really think about it. So, going further, the mind produces all our experiences and perceptions. When we tame the mind, I already read that. People do so many things in this life to become famous, rich, or successful. These things may provide momentary excitement, but they will not bring lasting happiness. For example, when you die, you have to leave your wealth and power behind. No matter how famous you have been, sooner or later, you are forgotten. Fame is like a thunderbolt that makes a loud noise, but soon becomes silent. This lifetime is very precious because of the unique opportunity we now have to practice the Dharma. Remove our ignorance and reveal our inner wisdom. If we do this, it will definitely benefit ourselves and others in this and future lives. Dharma practice means taming the mind so that its true nature or essence is revealed. When you tame your mind, you find joy in this life and guidance from the bardo state after death. Controlling the mind brings peace and confidence in the ability to act with authority to accomplish your goals. It's very important, man, because no matter what age you are, no matter where you come from, no matter what you've done in the past, when you can get a hold of your soul, when you can get a hold of your mind, and your mind begins to lead you, begins to show you the way, there is nothing like it. And when your soul, it don't matter where you at, when your soul speaks to you and it says, I got you, and you sit back and you could be in the most fucked up position, but you have that moment of, I got a way out. It's nothing better than that. When you have an idea and you know if you could just manifest your idea, you'll manifest a way out of your present situation. That's your soul. And we all have it. And it's almost to the point where I'm just in this world and I'm like y'all, like I'm reading this book, but for real, I tell y'all this shit every single day. I tell the people in my life this shit every single day. Calm your mind, relax, meditate. I tell this to my people every single day. And you know what? They in their conscious mind. They in their conscious mind. They thinking consciously. They in their ego. And I'm like, damn, this shit is so crazy. But I realize, like, I'm still young. You know, I'm young when it comes to, like, this spirituality stuff. So I gotta feel like I gotta be a little bit more repetitive and a little bit more demonstrative when it comes to expressing the power of the soul, right? Because, man, I've been in this shit for a while. And I seen this shit from a perspective where I knew that it was within black people. But then the swarm of the internet came within the spirituality and they started offering trinkets. They started offering amulets. They started offering organites. They started offering bells and whistles and t-shirts and twerking shit, you know, twerking, spiritual twerking classes. They was giving motherfuckers the whole enchilada, courses, classes, webinars, live webinars, documentaries, decodes for nothing. Because all of this shit is about you calming your motherfucking mind down, right? Because if you can't do that, you're not having sex. All of the things that we could talk about sex, all of the pornographies you can watch 1 billion pornographies on Pornhub. But until you pull your motherfucking drawers down and she pull her motherfucking drawers down and she say, come on, take me home, Big Daddy, you ain't had sex yet. So until you calm your mind down, the money that you invested within your spiritual journey, the classes that you took in, the things that you've done, and you still a fucking mess internally, you still feel like shit on the inside, boy, it's all for naught. The easiest thing you can begin to do is discipline your mind. So, Dharma practice, I read that. An important part about disciplining the mind. An important part about disciplining the mind is that it is something that we must do for ourselves. I tell y'all this shit every day. It's an interesting book to read. Because when I say this book screamed to me, it's only $10. The link is in my bio. Link is in my description. Okay, $8.95. Okay, we cannot depend on someone else to do it for us. We cannot depend on someone else to do it for us. Hey, if y'all can hear me in the chat, instead of giving me a thumbs up, instead of putting a 1, just type this sentence out, because people just need to understand. We cannot depend on someone else to do it for us. Y'all wipe your own ass, y'all brush your own teeth. You gotta calm your own mind. It's not an investment. You don't like motherfuckers be fucking with your motherfucking head cause they need money. Okay? Cause they need it. They need it bad. So they gonna fuck with your head and give you a trinket. give you a token. But at the end of the day, we cannot depend on someone else to do it for us. Buddha taught that you are your own protector and savior. Buddha taught that you are your own protector and savior. It is through controlling the mind that you will achieve realization and develop inner wisdom. Taming the mind does not mean eliminating outer objects or suppressing inner thoughts. It means revealing and maintaining the natural state of mind. The natural state of mind. Taming the mind has nothing to do with cultivating certain thoughts like I'ma be rich, I'ma get a man. The spiritualists, they've created a law of attraction, scheme type of thing. Manifest your wildest desires, right? How you going to manifest your wildest desires and you don't even wash your ass? So he was like, well, I didn't know you had to wash your ass. The course never said that I had to wash my ass. Right? You must really get into the science of self so bad that you got to smell yourself. You got to see yourself. You got to feel yourself. Like, it's people that stink. It's people that stink in your life right now. You might have told them that they stink. You might have not told them that they stink. But they come around you stinking every day and they don't smell themselves from stinking. You can't come to them with a bathtub. You can't come to them with a lathery soap rag with some Irish Spring on it, strap them to a bathtub and wash their ass for them. Because even if you did, 2 weeks from now, they ass will still be stinking. So why do you think that you about to get spirituality from a person? Why do you think you can't buy a breath from the store? You can't say, well, how much do these breaths cost? The breath is something that you got to maintain your entire life. Your spiritual hygiene is something that you got to maintain your entire life. And it starts with you not being psychotic and you not being so affirmative about what you want out of life, so much so that you're not even calming your mind and listening to the natural state of your being, the natural beat of your heart. Very important stuff. But I like when an Indian is writing it and typing it. It sounds better than when my black ass say some shit, right? Whatever the case may be. Here we go. Taming the mind has nothing to do with cultivating certain thoughts. It's simply keeping the mind in its fundamental state where its clarity and wisdom are revealed. The true nature of the mind is calm, clear, full of compassion, love, and wisdom. We do not always experience the mind in this way because ignorance obscures the awareness of the mind's true nature. So sometimes and you would definitely experience this when you have relationship with women. A woman can be so beautiful, but if she doesn't have a positive relationship with her mind, she is going to project whatever relationship she has with herself on you. And sometimes as a divine masculine, you got to understand that how she feels is not even got nothing to do with you. You got to begin to understand the workings of a person who may not even have a calm mind, who may be agitated, who may just be lacking the awareness of self. And sometimes you can't even say nothing. Like today, something had happened, and usually I would say something, but Spirit was like, if they don't see it for themselves, it ain't your job to point it out to them. And I said, oh, I must have leveled up in a state of maturity. Dealing with women, boy, it's 999 levels, nigga. I'm at 242, nigga. I figured out another level of this shit right here, boy. It said, just because you can point something out, it ain't your job to point it out. If she gonna figure it out, she gonna figure it out for herself. And I had that epiphany within myself. It's like, what's wrong? You got something to say? Nope, I ain't got nothing to say. I'm gonna keep doing what I was already doing. Blah, 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 blah. 20 minutes later, the shit that I would have had pointed out, but probably would have caused the argument, it resolved itself. And I said, oh, level 242 on you niggas. I got 710 more left to go, nigga. I am on my way. What you said? I figured some shit out, boy. It's level 999. Only the brave. The only nigga that got to 999 was Billy D. Williams. That was the only nigga. That's why he's so special in the hearts and minds of men today. But at the same time, we got a lot of work to do, fellas, because some of y'all is on level 3. Some of y'all is on level 3. But anyways, that's the bonus of my spiritual talks. I'm going to insert some comedy into mine. You understand? Because I don't understand how you spiritual and not funny. How you spiritual and serious all the time. I don't get it. This is an illusion, but you serious. I don't know. We do not always experience the mind in this way because ignorance obscures our awareness of the mind's true nature. However, the wisdom nature is always there. It can shine through and guide us in our lives. Even foolish people have wisdom and can exhibit beautiful qualities because this basic goodness is found equally in all beings. Not only human beings, but all sentient beings have the same nature and potential for enlightenment. The problem is that temporary obscurations cover and distort the essential nature of the mind. When we completely remove the ignorance and reveal the mind's true nature, we are enlightened. It is important to remember that our true nature is only temporarily hidden. When we know that, we can work with courage and joy to remove the ignorance and let the essence of the mind shine forth. It is important for our diligence to be based on a joyful attitude because without joyful effort, we cannot reveal his true nature. We need to exert ourselves now because this opportunity will not last forever. We must remember impermanence in the changing stages of life and death. This is like, if you understand like before death and after death, that's where we mostly stay at, right? So our true nature is not in this living form because that is not a majority of our state of existence. A majority of our state of existence is spent outside the body. And we so much tied into being outside of the body that we've created a modality called sleep that actually allows our soul or our sentient nature or primordial nature to exist and rise and be. So sometimes we get so sad at death, but it is a promise, right? It is a promise. Every time we go to sleep, we experience a little bit of what it feels like to die. And so sometimes it's scary, but at the same time, it's like motherfuckers is going to sleep regardless. So at the same time, what is this thing that we call life? The truth is that nobody knows. The truth is that you must figure the point of life out for your motherfucking self. And if you just girl power, throwing on wigs and shit, acting like a bitch on the internet, you know what I'm saying? You a fucking crash dummy. That bitch don't know how to live life more than you know how to live life. You better off with some bell bottoms and army fatigue jackets than some motherfucking leggings. If that's your style and energy, you better off looking like Aaliyah than fucking Kim Kardashian, if you really want to be honest about it. But motherfuckers love following the trend so hard that they don't even get a chance to even get into a situation. Like, it was a certain type of situation that I had where a motherfucker was telling me how men kept staring at him. And I looked down and I looked around and I seen nothing but ass hanging out. And I said, wait a second, sis. You said men keep looking at you. You want them to keep looking at you? She said, no, I don't want them to keep looking at me. I wish they'll leave me alone. So I looked down and I looked around again and I seen more ass hanging out than I seen the first time. I said, listen, sis, you about to come out in a trash bag. We about to get you a linen cloth overall sack. Because I don't know if that's even going to hide the ass. But at the same time, you out here with all your ass cheeks out. Talking about, I don't know why these men keep looking at me. And it's like, a lot of the agitation and the aggravation that's happening, you bringing it on to yourself. But this generation got a real big problem with that. Because now I was a problem for noticing that she had ass out. Why you looking at my ass? I don't even know. I can't even help it. It's almost like seeing naked people all the time and your eyes is just reacting to nakedness all day. But that's another conversation. As sentient beings, we are constantly searching outside of ourselves for happiness. But external causes of happiness never last. Y'all ever had a big booty girlfriend that got a lot of attention? At a certain point, you said, man, if I get me a big booty girlfriend in my life, all my worries is going to be, oh my God, I'm going to be so happy once I get big booty Judy in my life. Though you got big booty Judy in your life, and big booty Judy was like, okay, what we doing on Friday? You like, we going to go out to eat. Cool. What we doing on Saturday? We going to go out to eat. Cool. What we doing on Sunday? We going to go out to eat. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me see. It's like, I don't got nothing to wear. So you like, all right. So you buying her clothes, you taking her out to eat every day. At a certain point, nigga, you broke. You done ran up a whole ticket, taking her out to eat every single day, buying her clothes, all because being with this girl supposed to make you happy. And that girl didn't say, when I get with a dude, I'ma make him happy. You see the disconnect? If she not even concentrating on your happiness, and you think that once you get this type of girl in your life, you gonna be happy, you settling for a rude awakening. And it's almost to the point like when you like going through girls. I can only speak from a man perspective. When you going through girls, bro, like it's like a Shango story. Shango had all of the girls. He had all of the girls. And then he was like, you know what? I had all types of girls. I need me just a square, corny, lame girl. And that's going to make me happy. Right? And even that girl didn't make him happy. Because you know what? It don't matter what type of girl you get. If you're not happy internally, my guy, you're not going to be happy within your relationships, no matter what she look like, no matter how many Kevin Samuels videos you watch over and over again, no matter how many female empowerment videos you watch over and over again, you can have the biggest dick ever, right? And still not happy. You know what I'm saying? Dick all on your shoulders, driving down the interstate, you know what I'm saying? Using your dick to open up the door, using your dick to shut the door, you know what I'm saying? Using your dick like a pogo stick, you know what I'm saying? Just sad as hell, right? Why? Because you thought that getting that pussy was going to make you happy. Men be actually thinking, oh, once I get this ass, I'm about to be happy. But the Dharma and the spiritual nature of things says you're going to have to find happiness on an internal space. So here you go, lady, in the relationship. He like, I want it like this. I want it like that. I want it like this. Got you crawling on all fours, working a 40-hour work week, fucking on your back, letting them hit it from the back. You know what I'm saying? And you come in the house, hey babe, how you doing? Oh, nothing, I'm sad. Nigga, I just sucked your dick last night. You said if I just suck your dick one last time, you was gonna be happy. Now, I gave you the sloppiest of the toppy, and you're still sad. You won't want to kick that nigga in the ass, right? You coming home every day, this nigga ain't got no job, ain't got no motion, he's sad. You like, what the fuck? Because that internal happiness quotient, bro, is so important. And in this world, bro, this society have really gotten y'all into a space that's saying, if I'm not doing the thing, then something is really fucking wrong with me. And that's not ever true according to the Dharma. This means, hold on. Let's start this again. As sentient beings, we are constantly searching outside ourselves for happiness, but external causes of happiness never last. Like, the dick is good while the dick is being given to you, but the moment after the dick is not being administered to you, you gotta motherfucking deal with the fact that you ain't really shit for real. Like, you ain't doing nothing, or you doing shit, but you know what I'm saying, this part of your life is not actually being, it's causing a mental disturbance. And society is saying all you had to do was look cute. So you look cute on a fucking Saturday night, right? Society said, you gotta look good, girl. You gotta look good. So your motherfucking ass look good. You squash yourself into an outfit that motherfucking you ain't have no business squeezing your ass into. What was the result of you looking good? Your ass got dick down, and that's pretty much it. That was it. You got dick down. Maybe you ain't even get dick down good because you was looking good, and it made them come fast. You ever get a hotel room and spend $250, $400 a night and come in 5 minutes? In 5 minutes? You like, God damn. And you try to hit it again, she like, no, I'm tired. You done spent $400 on a hotel room? It happens. Because you thought getting that pussy was going to make you happy. You thought, I'm going to impress her, get a hotel room, decorated with roses. Eventually, the happiness turns into suffering. After the suffering, more happiness may arise, but we never seem to rest in ultimate peace. By reading history or by examining our own experiences, we can see that the external conditions never bring permanent joy. And y'all get fooled by social media. Oh, that's so amazing. He found his husband. He found her wife. He took her on a wedding cruise in Acapulco. And you ain't see the part where she fucking took her fucking high heel and stuck it in his ear and shit. Called him a fat piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't see the part where she gave him his ass a wedgie. You ain't see that part. They ain't put that shit on social media. You ever heard some shit? People motherfucking taking shits in people's shoes. So you motherfucking put on your shoes to go to work. Stick your foot in. There's a whole thing of shit in there. And you like, damn. You ain't gonna show that shit on social media, is you? You gonna see him walking down the aisle doing a two-step. Oh, babe, we need to do a dance. Babe, we need a dance. Me and you, we need to, at our wedding, we need to be doing a dance. All right, ho, let's do this fucking dance, okay? But what about the maintaining and sustaining the long-term effects of a serious relationship between a black man and a black woman when you know the government want to keep us apart, bitch? What the fuck you gonna do? You know that us being together and standing strong and holding down our family is a revolutionary act because most people in our situations rather fucking break up and go the opposite way? So yeah, we can do a dance step, 2-step for our fucking reception, but let's talk about the sustaining and maintaining of our relationship. Can you calm your motherfucking mind down? Can your ass fucking relax? Can your ass be happy within yourself? Or are you gonna use me as a fucking measuring stick for your happiness? Oh, I ain't licked your ass like I was supposed to, and now you going around this bitch pouting. I just want my salad tossed, that's all. I just want my salad tossed. You wasn't saying that when I was paying the rent. You wasn't saying that when we was going out on our date night. Now it's, I just want my salad. It is never ending. Can you calm down? Can you relax? Can you listen to your soul? Or are you just going to be worried about, if we got a fucking dance step for our goddamn reunion because you seen some shit on Instagram? Girl, you don't know that's the girl that shit in this goddamn penny loafers before he went to work. So if we gonna have they same dance step and tropical wedding and shit that they got, well, make sure you're not shitting in my shoes too, because that's the cause and effect of the shit. What you mean? Why you always bringing that up? Because it's the same situation. I be following the backstory. I be on their Twitter. You don't be on their Twitter. You don't even know Twitter is X, do you? Do you? See? You just be watching your little Instagram pages. I be in the know. I be really in the deep of the shit. And I'ma tell you, yeah, they had their little 1-2 step, but yeah, that motherfucker crazy. For real. Crazy. Alright, so this means we have been looking in the wrong place like thirsty people digging for water in rocky ground. They know water comes from the earth, so they dig and dig, but they are digging in the wrong place. Likewise, we should not look outward from some source of peace and happiness. It can only be found by looking inward and experiencing the natural state of mind. So when I see my girl agitated, I tell her ass to meditate. You might argue with your girl and tell her, you always motherfucking tripping. You always motherfucking tripping. Every time you see me having a good time, you start tripping. No, she just need to meditate, calm that goddamn mind down, get into a natural state of mind. She'll be cool. Don't, like I said, I'm at level 242. You at level 3. If you feel like it's something that you need to point out, she gonna have to figure it out by following her own soul. Because if you tell her and you could be right, it's like you like in a time machine. She might not be evolved to perceive it that way. So she just gonna have to get there when she get there. And if she never get there, maybe she'll listen to some Erykah Badu and do it next lifetime. Do what you need to do, black man. Don't be trying to pinpoint and point out, well, women need to do this and women ain't need to do that. See, y'all not even sucking toes like your grandma sucked toes. Your grandma sucked toes. Uncle Elroy said he used to get his salad tossed every Saturday. You ain't never tossed my salad. Ever. Likewise, we should not look outward for the source of peace and happiness. It can only be found by looking inward and experiencing the natural state of mind. The nature of the mind is not hollow or blank. It is profound and blissful and full of wonderful qualities. The nature of the mind is not hollow or blank. It is profound and blissful and full of wonderful qualities. The mind is the source of both worldly existence, enlightenment, samsara, and nirvana. Everything needed to find liberation from suffering is contained within the mind. The teachings of the great perfection are the highest teachings of Buddha. These teachings have been passed down through lineages of Tibetan Buddhism in the area where I was born in Eastern Tibet. Blase Blue. Here we go. Meditation can transform your body into wisdom light, into what is known as the rainbow body of wisdom. Many masters in the history of Nigayama lineage have achieved this, as anyone who practices the methods of meditation. The wisdom aspect of our nature exists at all times in each of us. So a question is, when should I meditate? You should meditate at all times, because at all times your wisdom is activated, okay? The wisdom aspect of our nature exists at all times in each of us. You have always had this nature, and it can be revealed through meditation. When you maintain the mind in its natural state, wonderful qualities shine out like light from the sun. Among these qualities are limitless compassion, limitless loving kindness, and limitless wisdom. To achieve this result as quickly as possible, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, if you want to read the full book, Opening to Our Primordial Nature, look at my link tree or check the description. Is there any questions on what we have already talked about, or anything in reference to things that I haven't talked about? But don't be asking me like no reading questions like my moon is in Gemini and what do that mean? Should my ass stink or not? I don't know, sis. Maybe you should try some Irish Spring mixed with Dove, but don't use a loofah, use a wash rag. But any spiritual questions though, I would want to see where your minds is at, where your hearts is at this evening. And if there's no questions, I will kindly get up out of y'all energy space. But sometimes I ask this and people ask the question, I'll be just now getting off the video, so I'm gonna give it a little bit more time. But yeah, I just uploaded They Cloned Tyrone on my YouTube. I decoded that. I think that was a real healthy decode. Got me into this space of just like not being a clone. Yes. Compassion, loving kindness, and wisdom. All of these things is found within you. And I feel like it's revolutionary, because at some points in times we get so confused on this spiritual journey and we be looking at externally for shit, and you're not gonna find it. And if you got your mind in a space where it's fucked up, you're not going to be able to tap in. So meditation does hella shit we need to be more aware of. That is very true. I want to quiet my mind. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. You know, the easiest technique for me is just looking around at what's in front of me and just identifying what's exactly in front of me. So container, computer, phone, but also fixating on a particular thing like an apple or a drapery or a color. These also help to quiet the mind. Why do I astral travel to the same dimensions every night, like parallel universes? I would say because there is something there that you are not understanding about yourself, and it could be a revelation to like doing the same thing every day. And as you begin to expand in your everyday life, you will be able to expand in your dream life. So what is the next level to your life? Do not think like you have maxed out. It's time to expand. And like parallel universes, it's the same thing in this life. Appreciate you, Momo. I can't stop thinking no matter how quiet I get or how I breathe. I wouldn't necessarily try to do it by myself for sure. I would get the audio book mindfulness mindfulness. I'll type it in the chat. And people be like, how you spell that? Mindfulness for Beginners by John Kabat-Zinn. I would get that book, but then I also would not be saying shit like, I can't quiet my mind. Because no matter what I do, no matter how I breathe, I can't quiet my mind. Then if you got a strong mind, then it ain't shit that you're going to be able to do. So I would say I can quiet my mind super easy. It's real simple to quiet my mind. I would write it down 100 times. I can quiet my mind. My mind is a sense of quietness. I can quiet my thoughts. It's so simple. And I will also read books to affirm my initial belief. But if I'm gonna say some shit like I can't get no ass, ain't no girl gonna ever like me, then you know what I'm saying? Then ain't no girl gonna like me. But if I say these women can't get enough of me, no matter what I look like, no matter how much, whatever the case may be, that's the reality for me. And that's an anecdotal thing from my personal experience. How do I decode my dreams? Well, you got to create a dictionary for your dreams. So as things happen in your life and in your dreams, you have to correlate the two. You can look online and be like, I dreamt of a snowplow, and the snowplow means that, a tall, dark, and handsome woman is going to come into your life, and you like, I don't even like women. What is this goddamn online shit talking about? And at the end of the day, it's just a person typing letters on the fucking screen. So you ain't going to get no gnosis from that unless you want to make it up. The reality of it is that if you a dreamer, then you have to journal and create dictionaries in reference to, this is the dream and this was the day. This was the dream and this was the day. It can be two separate notebooks, but I would use the same notebook but different colors. So if my dreams is in blue, then my day is in pink. And then if you go through a week, you're going to have to highlight correspondences. So in this day, I dreamed about fucking Floyd Mayweather, and then somebody said when I was at work that you a part of the money team. So in that aspect, the money team is a goddamn spot in your job where you getting raises and promotions. So you like, damn, Floyd Mayweather in my dreams mean that money is coming to me, right? But if I dream of Floyd Mayweather, it could mean that a nigga is about to beat my ass. So if we both look on Dream Dictionary and search Floyd Mayweather, and then the person on Dream Dictionary is saying that a tall, dark, and handsome transvestite is going to walk into your life, and you like, man, damn, I don't know what this dream means. So you got to do your own work, and you got to have your own gnosis. Any advice about these retrogrades? If you never cared about retrogrades before, don't start caring about them now. They really irrelevant. They've been happening, gonna happen. The best thing to do is study each planet individually, get an understanding of each planet, what it means, and then as you gain your knowledge base of each individual energy, you'll be able to understand what the retrograde means to you, because you'll understand your chart and you'll understand what each energy means. So I can't actually teach you astrology. You got to teach yourself, meaning that you got to have an own understanding for what Mars means for you, what Venus means for you, how it interplays in your chart. So once you understand your chart, then a retrograde is going to affect your energy. But if you don't understand your chart, you're not going to understand what a retrograde is going. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to mean. I feel that lack of self-love and the ability to make your own self happy creates energy vamps looking for energy sources outside of their self. Yeah, don't be. It's a word for narcissists called, I think it's called supply. That's what it's called. And when you are, sometimes you think that motherfucker love you, and they're just a motherfucking narcissist, and you're their supply. And when you doing the most for this person, you putting yourself out there for this person, and they ain't putting themselves out there for you, 10 times out of 10, you are somebody's supply. And you just might get off on giving, you might get off on loving, but at a certain point, you need to really be with somebody that love you, and you need to get up out of them narcissistic situations. So yeah. And if that person, your partner, is always angry and upset, and you ain't did nothing to make them angry or upset, you might need to either create the separation or begin to do some spiritual work or something, because it's real out here in these streets. Mental health is real, and a lot of times y'all be just dealing with people because they look good. So you're gonna get what you pay for at the end of the day. So if you don't do this inner work and find your inner source of happiness, you won't have patience, you won't have self-respect, so you'll crash out easily for a person. Person be like, I need you to do this, and then you that person that's doing that for them, and the whole time you just a fucking crash dummy. So with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all, and much love. Share the video, put it on your story, things of that nature, and I'll be back at another time. Peace.